Hi, good day everyone. So today we'll be doing May-June 2023, number 7, which is our patterns and sequence questions, right? So if you look at this, number 7 says, a sequence of designs is made using black disc and white disc. The first three designs in the sequence are shown below. Right, so design 1 has 3 black, and then we see that's horizontally. They have 3 black, and then vertically was 2 black, 1 white. Right, design 2 was 4 black, so the black increased by 1, and then when we look vertically we see 3 black, 1 white. Right, design 3, if we see the trend, it's 5 black. Let's check 1 2 3 4 5, and we see vertically it's 4 black, 1 white. So design 4 would be, or should be, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 black across, and then it would be 1 2 3 4 5, and I'll just make the white red so that we guys could actually see it. Right, so it's going to be 1 here, and the rest of places will be filled with red. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Let's just do it quickly. Right, something along those lines, the answer should be. Right, and that would be design 4. Now, let's look at that is part E. In a space provided on the grid above, draw design 4. We draw design 4. We saw it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 across, right? 6 up, but we have 1 red, or 1. In this case, it will be clear, and the rest is filled with white, right? Let's look at part B. The number of white disc W and the number of black disc B, and the total number of this T, right? So T would basically be adding up all the white and all the black. That forms each design follows a pattern. The value of W, B, and T for the first 3 designs are shown in the table below. Study the pattern in the table and of the number in the table. So when I see a table like this, what I like to do is find for n first. And then when I have that, then I can solve for the rest, right? So when you look at for white disc, let's put this in black, right? For white disc, we see there are 1 2 3 4 values, right? So the first value, right? Then we have the second values, and we have the third values, and we have the fourth values, right? The first values, that is the first values in the sequence would be 1 2 3, right? And we could see, if we compare it with design number, we know that your first value is actually equal to your design number. Right, the second one is the same thing, 1 2 3. Again, your second value now is your design number. Your third values, if we look, it's 1 2 3 as well, 1 2 3. So we know that your third value is equal to your design number. And then when you look at your fourth, all of them is 1 1 1 1. So your fourth value is equal to the constant 1, right? So from this, when your design number is equal to n, that would be your first value is n. Hold on, let me this properly. Your first value is n multiplied by n in brackets plus n plus 1, and it's equal to whatever value, right? So again, your first value is n multiplied by n, right? Plus n plus 1, right? And if you want, you can multiply n by n is n squared plus n plus 1. So this is actually equal to n squared plus n plus 1, right? So you could put that. And then let's do the number of black this, right? Let's go to the side. Let's go down. Right. So for number of black, or B, right? We see that if we look at the sequence, it's 4, 6, 8. If you look at that, your common difference, so your first value, right? Your first value is equal to 4. Your difference is equal to, if you, that's the difference between your second and your first, right? And then your third and your first. You need to, your third and your second, sorry. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Then you check to see if it's the same for the next one. 8 minus 6 is 2. So your difference, your common difference is 2. Now, these are the two things that you have to know before you apply the formula, which is AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 by D, right? Right, where A1 is your first value and D is your common difference. Now we are looking at when your design number, or when you're looking for the nth value. Right, so that just means n is equal to n. Right, so wherever we see n, you're staying as n. So it's going to be an is equal to a1. Instead of a1, you're going to put your first value, which is 4, plus, open bracket, wherever we see n, we put an n, so that's n minus 1, close bracket, and your difference is 2. All right, now let's open this out. This is 4 plus, whenever we see a number right outside your bracket, you have to multiply the number outside the bracket by each term. So that's 2 by n is equal to 2n, and then 2 multiplied by, let's put this in red, 2 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to negative 2. So let's group numbers, right? You have 2n plus 4 minus 2 is equal to 2n plus 2. So that would be the formula for this, 2n plus 2. Now, if we look at the last section, which is your total, number of total, there's 7 to 13, 13 to 21. There is no common difference between these values. However, the instructions did tell us that T would be the combination of your whole number, your white disk and your black disk. So we know that T is equal to black plus white, and black is equal to 2n plus 2, and white was n squared plus n plus 1. Right, so you add these two. So you'll get T is equal to, let's group like terms, so we have n squared plus 2n, let's cross out that 2n, right, plus n, right, plus 2 plus 1. So T would be equal to n squared plus 3n plus 3, right? And that would be the formula for this. That's n squared plus 3n plus 3. And that is how you would get your formula for T. Now that we don't know this, let's look at part 2. No, sorry. Design number. When design number is n, what is the rest? So we know that this formula would be n, sorry, 9 multiplied by 9 plus 9 plus 1. Because remember, we said it is n squared. Well, it would be in the form, the first value is n, second value is, the first value is your design number, your second value is your design number, your third value is your design number, and then we have the constant 1. All you have to do is just add this in your do it in your calculator, or you could do it in, or you can do it manually. 9 by 9 is 81, 81 plus 9, 81 plus 9 plus 1 is equals to 91. So this is equal to 91. Right? To get this amount, we already know the total. You could have just said 111 minus 91. Right? Is equal to 20. Right? Because we know the total, this is when you add white disk plus that black disk. So it would have been 111 minus 91 would give you 20. Or let's do this. I'll put this on the side here. When your design number is equal to 9, your white disk would be 9 multiplied by 9 in brackets plus 9 plus 1, which is 81, plus 9 is 90, plus 1 is 91. Or you could have used the formula that we got for n. The formula that we got for n for white disk. So we could have used this formula here. N squared plus n plus 1. So that means our design number, as the number is equal to 9. So it would have been 9 squared plus 9 plus 1. That is, again, 91. So that's the first way. Right? So now we know n is equal to 9. And then we could use the next formula to find the black disk. That is 2 by n, which is 9, plus 2, which would be 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 2 is equal to 20. So we get 20, right, for black disk, right? Or you could have done it the way where I said we know T is equal to black plus white. So 111 was your T. Your black disk, we don't know, we leave it as B plus W, which is 91. You make P the subject because that is what we're trying to find out. So you carry across plus 91 as 111 minus 91 is equal to B. So B is equal to 20. So the number of black disks would be 20, right? And that is how you would do this section here, right? This one here, what you could have done is, if we know the design numbers, the first, the second, and third value, we see that that is equal to 20, right? So that, therefore, n is equal to 20. So you could have said 2 by 20 plus 2, that's 40 plus 2, that's 42. And then, you know, total would have been 421 plus 42, which is 463, right? And that would be a total. Or you could have used your formula here, right? Let's do it, right? When we saw, right, so the second method would have been when you have your white disk is equal to 20 by 20 plus 20 plus 1 is equal to 421, right? We know the first, the second, and third value is equal to 20, right? That is your, yes, that's your design number. So therefore, my design number is equal to 20. Now that you know that, we can find out. So basically, when you say design number is 20, that means n is equal to 20. we know the formula for black disc is equals to 2n plus 2. So when n is equal to 20, that is your black disc would be 2 by 20 plus 20 is equals to 40 plus 2, which is equals to 42. All right. And then we can find out your total by using the formula n squared plus 3n plus 3, right? We know n is equal to 20, so t is equals to 20 squared plus 3 by 20 plus 3. That's 400 plus 60 plus 3, right, is equals to 463. Or what you could have done is, we know that your total is equal to your black plus your white. Your black was 42, white was 421. When you add this, you're going to get 463. Right? That would have been the alternative method to doing this. So you get that right here. All right, let's do the last question now. This says Stephen has 28. Then we're going to do the second part. This says Stephen has 28 black discs. So black is equals to 28, right? White disc is equal to 154, right? And he wants to make design 12. Explain why it is not possible to make design 12. So when they said design 12, right? Design number is equal to 12. That means n is equals to 12. And you put it in the both formulas that you have for black and white. So black is equal to 2n plus 2. So let's check. We have 2 by 12 plus 2 is equal to, plus 2 is equals to, 2 by 12 is 24, plus 2 is equals to 26. So we do have enough black discs. Now let's see if we have enough white discs. White is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 2. No, plus, sorry, my mistake. N squared, right, plus n plus 1. So we put it in that formula. W is equal to 12 squared plus 12 plus 1, that's 144, plus 12 plus 1, which is equals to 157. Now, if you compare how much is given, we have 154 white discs, but we need 157 white discs. So the reason why it is not possible, the number of white discs needed is equal to 157, which is less than the number of white discs given. Something along those lines, right? And that would be your answer for C. Right, and that is the end of number 7, 2023, May, June.